and you will eat and be sated, and you shall bless the Lord your God for the good land he has given you. Deuteronomy chapter 8, verse 10. From this verse, we learn the mitzvah aseh, the positive mitzvah of Birkat hamazon, benching, or grace after meals. V'achalta v'savata uveirachta. There is much to be said about this mitzvah. For starters, it's a basic recognition and thank you to God for the food we just ate. Although there is hard work and a whole process to get from a seed in the ground to a delicious meal, and in this process, it is very easy to mistakenly think that human talent alone produces such good food, Moses teaches us otherwise, and Moses cautions us of this grave error. In verse 18, "But you must remember the Lord your God, for it is he that gives you the strength to make wealth, in order to establish his covenant, which he swore to your forefathers, as it is this day." The real test is not in times of need and scarcity, it's in times of plenty and wealth. When we are starving and desperate, we look to God, and when we have food, we say thank you. But when we are overloaded with food, when shelves are overflowing, options galore, we take it for granted. We easily forget the source of blessings. We become a gluttonous ingrate. Saying thank you is so important. We usually think of its importance as it relates to the one receiving the thank you. They need to hear it. They need to know that their good is recognized. But in truth, it may be more important for the one saying it. God doesn't need our thank you. We need to say thank you. There are a few interesting laws regarding the after blessing which provide us with some insight. Firstly, the words have to be verbalized. Saying it in your heart does not count. The best meditation or intentions does not count. Another interesting law is that the after blessing should be said in the exact same place where you ate, to the point that if you accidentally left your place without saying the after blessing, you are to return to your place of eating and only then say the after blessing. Both of these laws illuminate for us a deeper meaning to this mitzvah. God knows our thoughts and our feelings. For him alone, it would suffice a silent meditation. Almighty God is everywhere, whether in the dining room, the living room, or in the park. He is there, and he would hear our blessing and our thank you. But the grace after meals is much more than a blessing to God. It is a recipe for a healthy civilization. Verbalizing a thank you in the place you eat recalibrates our mind. It keeps our ego grounded. It suppresses our sense of entitlement. I ate, I was satisfied. Before I go anywhere, I give thanks and recognition to the source of my blessing. After ear, food is the most basic human need. So much of our life revolves around food. If, as a society, every time we finished eating, everyone would say these following words: "Blessed are you, Lord our God, King of the universe, who in his goodness provides sustenance for the entire world with grace, with kindness, and with mercy. He gives food to all flesh, for his kindness is everlasting. Through his great goodness to us continuously we do not lack, and may we never lack food, for the sake of his great name. For he, benevolent God, provides nourishment and sustenance for all, does good to all, and prepares food for all of his creatures, whom he has created. As it is said, you open your hand and satisfy the desire of every living thing. Blessed are you, Lord, who provides food for all." Just this one paragraph alone, and our world would be much kinder, much less selfish and arrogant. Jewish civilization will endure. Let us take the message of this week and focus our efforts to be more vigilant with performing the mitzvah of Birkat hamazon, the after bracha.